No sources telling CNBC that OnePay, the fintech firm majority owned by Walmart, is joining the crowded ring of crypto custody and trading. Our Hugh Son is here with some of that reporting. Morning, Hugh.
That's right, Carl. So OnePay, created by Walmart and Ribbit Capital in 2021, will soon be adding crypto to its mobile banking app, sources tell me. OnePay will be adding access to Bitcoin and Ether in coming weeks with the help of a startup called Zero Hash, according to these sources. The move means that crypto is increasingly seen as a core offering that sits alongside traditional banking services like savings accounts, credit cards, and wealth management.
Yeah, no, I think that we're just at the start of what will be just an explosive growth cycle.
I just think that we are at the start of another explosive growth cycle. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. That was the CEO of Exodus, who obviously, of course, is the first US-based company to tokenize their stock. We're going to be diving into a slew of ongoing fundamentals that are going to show you guys that regulations are evolving fast, and for the first time in crypto history, doors that were once closed are swinging wide open. The momentum that we are seeing right now is unlike anything this space has ever experienced. And so in today's fundamentals, we're going to dive into these ongoing events to show you guys that this is to be the case. Now is not the time to be fearful. Now is the time to understand fundamentals so you really understand why the market's pulling back, what's going on behind the scenes. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how earning and providing yield is no longer a niche idea. It is becoming the new standard, where in the future, we've talked about this in previous video breakdowns, customers will expect yield as a core offering. As you heard the gentleman from CNBC say that crypto is becoming a core allocation from these banks and financial institutions' perspective.
The move means that crypto is increasingly seen as a core offering that sits alongside traditional banking services like savings accounts, credit cards, and wealth management.
Well, yield is no longer a niche idea either. It's becoming the new standard. So customers will expect it, yield as a core offering, and organizations that want to stay competitive will need to adapt. DeFi, in my personal opinion, and our opinion here in the CYPRX community, is that DeFi remains one of the most underrated segments in the entire crypto industry, but the rocket boosters are on and launch is imminent. So we're going to dive into these fundamentals today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown. I know that was a long intro, but still, nonetheless, a very important one. So starting over here, okay, taking a look back just about a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago, September 18, 2025, kicking it off with some Coinbase announcements. These are industry-changing announcements. We've never, ever been in a crypto cycle or market where these things have been allowed. So what does the market look like now moving forward? Increased adoption much more, most likely, than where we're currently sitting at now. As of October 2nd, 2025, this has been updated. This is the announcement back from September 18th, where you can now earn competitive yields by lending out your USDC. We've said in previous videos that the smartest people in the room will be the ones lending, borrowing, providing liquidity, learning how to utilize AMMs, learning how to put digital assets in vaults to generate yield, learning how to operate in this new on-chain economy to get your digital assets working for you. Earning more on your USDC is now easier than ever. Starting today, Coinbase users will be able to access competitive yields currently up to 10.8% as of September 18, 2025. And this was just recently updated October 2nd. So that's why we're talking about this in the October updates. You can now earn even more on your USDC while keeping the familiar, easy-to-use Coinbase experience. Like with crypto-backed loans, we are providing the integration with on-chain lending protocol Morpho to connect lenders and borrowers on a permissionless basis, all on Base. Once you deposit your USDC, a smart contract wallet will be created to Coinbase to connect to the Morpho protocol via on-chain vaults, curated by Stakehouse Financial, where the funds will be allocated across different lending markets to optimize returns, and you instantly start earning yield. Now, that is not one of the biggest announcements. At the beginning of October, I had discovered this announcement from September 30th. I posted it on October 1st, where Phantom is launching a new cash card where you're going to be able to earn while you sleep. This goes hand in hand with what we've talked about in previous video breakdowns, this cyclical, never-ending yield compounding portfolio that you're going to have no matter what, whether it's in stable coins or whether you use your volatile crypto assets, every asset that you hold should be earning you yield. And so what does this allow users to do? It says Phantom Cash debit cards let you pay with your cash balance. Cash is the stable coin balance anywhere Visa, Apple Pay, or Google Pay are accepted. It works for payments online, apps, and in stores. So this just goes hand in hand with the, kind of annotation that we are becoming our own bank via a mobile device and an internet connection, and we're going to be able to earn yield up until the very last moment that we spend our hard-earned money. So it says you can hold, send, spend, buy tokens, and withdraw all from the Phantom mobile app. Your balance is secured on chain as cash and displayed in US dollars in the Phantom mobile app. However, still, that was not the biggest announcement. This is one of the biggest announcements, and this just took place October 8th, 2025. Why is this so important? Because this solidifies that there is a massive regulatory shift and perspective in the total cryptocurrency market compared to the tone that previously existed.
Early on, I remember just early investors telling me, well, you'll never really even be able to monetize a wallet, essentially an app to manage the portfolio of crypto. You'll never be able to monetize that. And so don't even try, don't even create a business around it. And it's like, eventually you kind of prove that, well, you can make money on this, and it kind of prove that out. And then you kind of fast forward into the 2020, 2021, and in 2022 era, it's like, okay, well, the US government is not allowing any regulatory clarity around this ecosystem. So you have a lot of the traditional financial, like the hedge fund managers and big institutions who don't want to even touch it because of the lack of regulatory clarity. And so now you've seen this shift where you see an embrace towards the technology and more regulatory clarity. And so now you see just this flurry of activity and interest. And so it kind of matches a bit of what you're seeing, but it's just to a degree of like, almost from my view, to be like, wow, like there was a moment even a year and a half ago where we felt as an industry that we weren't even sure it was going to be able to survive in the United States. And now here we are, where the United States has really not only embraced the technology, embraced the industry, but has planted the flag of saying, we want to be the crypto capital of the world. And so it's just so phenomenal to see that shift.
So this shift that he's talking about is ongoing in the moment, in the now. This was just announced today, October 8th, 2025. Just in, Coinbase expands staking access to New York, covering 46 states in total. This is monumental and a huge shift. Again, what I said at the beginning of this call, we're entering into an era in crypto that we have never experienced before. So check this out, because again, this goes hand in hand with this whole notion that staking, earning yield, generating passive income is going to become the new normal, right? Lending out your digital assets, posting them as collateral, having the ability to access features that you normally would in traditional finance, but directly through your mobile device and an internet connection. Coinbase launches the staking in New York after state approval. ETH and SOL yields now available. Coinbase has activated staking services for New York residents, allowing users to earn yields on ETH and Solana holdings for the first time ever. Wow, right? Huge shift in sentiment. The rollout follows approval from state regulators under Governor Kathy Hochul's administration, ending a restriction that had separated New York from staking opportunities available to most other Americans. I have a lot of New Yorkers in my private CYPRX community. I know for a fact they're all cheering this one, because it is so painful from a New Yorker's perspective to try to find out how to earn yield and passive income on your digital assets. And now we're starting to see a more easy, accessible environment. And this just is so monumental. New Yorkers can now stake ETH and Solana and other supported assets directly through the platform, with rewards earned in network's native tokens. New York joins shrinking list of states where staking remains restricted. Coinbase estimates that residents in California, New Jersey, Maryland, and Wisconsin have collectively missed more than $130 million in staking rewards due to state-level bans that are still in effect. Now, I want to pause right there, because this goes hand in hand with back to what the Exodus CEO just recently said in an interview. Shout out, by the way, to Money 2020 TV for this interview, because he goes on to talk about competitiveness and how in the future, organizations and businesses will need to be able to generate yield in order to remain and stay competitive. Take a second and listen.
So as you mentioned, we're the first company in the United States to have our stock tokenized on a blockchain, or common stock actually. And so we see a world where all stocks eventually will be tokenized in the blockchain. And that becomes really cool and really powerful for a number of reasons. You could think about just purely on the aspect of those that pay dividends, right? And today your dividend gets paid to your brokerage, but still transferring money, moving money, and not using stable coins. If you have money in your brokerage and you got to transfer it to your bank account, everybody knows it's going to take 3 days. And that, in today's world, the 3 days is an eternity, right? It's like, I want it now. And on top of that, it's like, if it's on a Saturday afternoon and I want to transfer money, like, I should be able to have that money present for me. And so you can imagine a world where all stocks eventually are tokenized in the blockchain, and then dividends are paid out directly on the blockchain in stable coins, right? In dollar stable coins. But it could even extend further than that. Like, dividends, I understand that dividends are paid on a quarterly basis because it kind of matches company earnings. But there will be some company that's going to say to themselves, like, wait a second, why do we pay a dividend on a quarterly basis? Maybe a REIT, maybe a real estate REIT. Like, why do we pay it on a quarterly basis? Maybe we should pay it on a monthly basis. Maybe we should pay it on a weekly basis. Maybe we should pay it on a daily basis. Because if you're the REIT that's paying dividends on a daily basis, well, that makes you awfully more competitive than some of the other REITs. And you can do that with this technology. And you don't even have to, you can even get crazier. Like, let's pay dividends on an hourly basis, which sounds madness to most people.
Right. So he goes on to put this notion in people's heads that, hey, look, if there's an organization out there that's having dividend payouts given to their investors on an hourly basis, that's going to be so much more competitive than an organization that's giving dividends on a quarterly basis. And so that's the shift that we're headed into. And we can see that preparedness now. We can see that in the market, the infrastructure, the foundation being laid. It says here, to finish off this piece before we move on to the next one, Coinbase Exchange framed New York's decision as a policy shift that could influence other states, though several jurisdictions continue to maintain restrictions on staking as a service product. Throughout its legal battle, Coinbase has maintained that staking as a service does not constitute a security, a position the company says is supported by recent SEC staff guidance and multiple state case dismissals. Vermont, Illinois, Kentucky, Alabama, and South Carolina have all dropped their staking-related cases against the exchange, contributing to what Coinbase describes as an emerging national consensus. Right? It's so crazy that this is all happening. And again, we're entering into an era where this is for the first time ever. You do not want to be bearish on crypto right now. Long term, right? Long term, this space is so bullish. Short term, yeah, we're definitely subject to some price corrections, some market volatility, which is all understandable, especially if you really know fundamentals and why those things happen. But the underlying infrastructure in crypto has never been this bullish. Taking a look back at the beginning of October, October 3rd, 2025, Samsung taps Coinbase to bring crypto to more than 75 million Galaxy users. Now, I usually don't read these mainstream articles, but these are all articles that people are kind of like, not really paying attention to, in a sense of how crazy massive they are for mass adoption. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see right now. So it says, at Coinbase, we're building the trusted bridge to an on-chain world. That means making crypto easy to access anytime, anywhere, and for anyone. And these types of video breakdowns are important because if you watch CYPRX, these are the type of videos that you could probably show to a mom and pop or an uncle or an aunt or somebody that doesn't really understand crypto, but needs that, like, oh my gosh, this is kind of a serious thing. I should probably start to pay attention video, right? You got Coinbase having the ability to lend out USDC. So if you get paid a paycheck right now, you have money in the bank account. Again, I'm not giving you guys financial advice, but you're just sitting there earning nothing on your passive digital assets. You could have a family member go and start earning yield right now on their cash in the Coinbase wallet. You could show them that it's now legal in states like New York in order to do this, like on their digital assets. This is crazy. Right? So, and this one's even bigger because this goes hand in hand with what people are already used to. It says, starting today, Samsung Galaxy users in the US will be able to explore crypto with exclusive access to Coinbase One. With features like the Coinbase One card for seamless crypto spending and earning, this promotion allows millions of Galaxy users to now explore crypto securely and seamlessly directly from their devices. In addition to Coinbase's Samsung Pay integration, which is now live for Coinbase users in the US, together, Samsung, they are preparing their global scale with Coinbase's trusted platform to deliver the best value for people to access crypto, starting with more than 75 million of Galaxy users. Okay, so that is a huge number of people right there. Imagine that amount of retail investors coming into the crypto ecosystem, which over time, I'd say over probably the next 2 to 3 years, is going to be achieved. It's not going to happen overnight. Not everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can now accept crypto on my Galaxy. No, but over time, this is huge. And again, we're entering into an era that we've never, ever been in before. Coming over here, this is the last fundamental piece that I want to share with you guys, because this one, especially if you live in the United States, you know what Walmart is. Walmart is in every single state. There's probably 10 of them around your house right now, most likely, if you live in the United States, or at least within like a 20-mile radius. Okay. Walmart-backed fintech OnePay is bringing crypto to its banking app, sources say. That was the beginning video breakdown that I played for you guys from CNBC. This was posted on October 3rd, 2025. And it goes on to read, OnePay, the fintech firm majority owned by Walmart, will soon offer cryptocurrency trading and custody on its mobile app. I can't, like, when I hear Walmart in America, I'm like, mass adoption. Mass adoption. Because in America, if you're not from America and you watch my channel in America, that's where everybody goes for Black Friday shopping, for all the discounts. That's where, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's a big thing here in the United States. I personally don't shop at Walmart, but Walmart's a big thing for the masses here in America. So this, to me, I'm like, yeah, screams mass adoption. Fintech firm has methodically added new products in its quest to become an American super app akin to oversee offerings like WeChat. The company now offers banking services, including high-yield savings accounts, credit and debit cards, buy now, pay later loans, and even wireless phone plans. By allowing OnePay users to hold crypto in their mobile app, customers could presumably convert their crypto into cash and then use those funds to make other store purchases or pay off card balances. Then down here at the bottom, look at this. I'm going to end this here. Okay. It says Walmart-backed OnePay offers credit and debit cards, high-yield savings accounts, buy now, pay later loans, and digital wallets with peer-to-peer payments. So you are literally going to be able to earn yield directly in this wallet from this company that Walmart primarily owns. So that is all that I have for you guys in today's video breakdown. We're going for time here. I wanted to keep it under 20 minutes. If you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown and you thought that maybe this was a video breakdown that's more friendly for a friend or family member that needs that kind of like push, that nudge where it's like, hey, crypto's not a scam anymore, you should probably start paying attention. This video was it. So do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and make sure that you share this with a friend or family member. I do appreciate the love and the support. As always, bring you guys some of the realest research in the game. With that being said, be cognizant, be aware out there, and I will see you guys in the next video breakdown.